See who's around.
Morning.
Morning. Anybody out there? Look how well lit we are.
Yeah,
this is astonishing.
That's that Orlando.
That's that Orlando sun.
You people should see it. Unfortunately, you can't.
Let's see if I can get this to flip over because we're backwards.
Is it there?
No, that rotates.
Oh
Yeah,
no. Oh.
that's the mistake I always make. There it is.
Or is it? Hey!
Boom.
We're right side
That's
up.
better. Right. Okay. Close that. There we go. Right. When do you do mini Facebook lives?
No, this is my first.
When you do them, that little live thing at the top, it should show that there's somebody there, and then
Yeah.
you get little messages pop up as and when people join. But that's really oddly framed again.
Well, you know what we should do? We should do, just in case, because it is the long weekend, and,
Yeah.
and everybody might be out with their families, but maybe we should even if
Eating Easter eggs.
eating Easter eggs, and even if nobody pops up, we'll
We'll just use this as a daily diary video.
exactly.
I'll just download it.
Exactly. Everybody got a chance to see the our immediate reaction
Yep.
from the hallways of Celebration.
That went out. That was a popular video.
It was?
It's good. It's like already within an hour. It was twice
Yeah.
what the regular downloads were.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't comment Dave Donovan, his reaction video. I got.
Oh yeah. I watched that this morning as well.
The expression was outstanding.
And Matt's.
Matt's was awesome
That
too.
was good too. Yeah, I'd like if the guys would permit me, I'd like to download your videos and use them on the site if possible, but with your permission, of course.
Yeah. So what's today? What are we looking? We're just looking to get down. I think today we're expecting. You've seen pictures of the crowds, but apparently this is gonna be the busiest day, and we're gonna just saunter on down. We're gonna get on the floor, obviously, and then we're going to just see what the day brings.
Yeah, we're gonna meet up with Dan Solo, who we bumped into last night. Did not look well, did he? He's so
No.
tired.
Oh my
bless him.
God, no.
It was another 20-hour day for him. I mean, he's done it full on. There's Dave. Morning, Dave Donovan.
Morning.
So yeah, bless him. He was very tired, and then we went to a panel late last night with Ash and Ben.
Yeah.
From Skyhoppers. It was the guys from Full of Sith and
Yeah.
the guy that wrote the How Star Wars Conquered the Universe book, which is one of my favourite Star Wars books. Hey Dave.
Hey, Dave.
So it was nice to go to that panel. That was really good. I enjoyed that.
It was something you didn't need a bracelet for, and it was kind of sitting in on a podcast type thing. And it
was people like us when doing a panel.
like-minded people. And I got a chance to chat with Brian and Mike, and they were great. Like like everybody has been. I don't know why I keep being surprised at how is everybody so nice, and it just maybe it's probably just the community. It's just, if you're a Star Wars fan,
That's true. That's true. I had the Kessel Run went out this morning, and I don't know if you've had a chance to listen to
Yes.
it yet. You have listened.
I think
to it?
so. Yes.
I had a little whinge. I hate to be negative. I really don't want. And I know you and I are on the same page.
Yeah.
I hate to be negative, but I read that thing this morning about Kathy Kennedy and what she said about Carrie not being in 9.
Right.
And it really upset me, and I don't know why I've got such a lump about it, but I got moved past it. But when I was thinking about it, and I thought about how I'd missed that story, and that young lad that was hanging around with the Skyhoppers yesterday, he's the one that told me the news that Carrie wasn't going to be used, that Leia wouldn't appear in 9.
Right.
The Kessel Run's gone out in the feed this morning, Dave.
Yeah, because I think I got an email for yesterday's.
Right, okay. Well,
They're catching up.
what I'll do is I'll paste a link into the VIP group at some point, so you'll get this morning's. It literally only just went out.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this thing with how I missed that news, the Kathy Kennedy news, and it's because I'm here.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating to me, considering I don't just want to come to Celebration and experience it for me, I want to cover it for the site.
Yeah.
Kathy Kennedy, this is from Dave. Kathy Kennedy said they started over on night after Carrie's death. Yeah, I was shocked too, Dave. And the thing is, I've written a piece about it on the site this morning. I'm not happy about the reveal. I'm more unhappy about the reveal than I am about the fact that they're doing it. Because if they'd have left it until after we'd seen The Last Jedi, we may have come to that conclusion ourselves.
Yep.
I think Kathy releasing this now tips their hand about what they've got planned for Leia in The Last Jedi.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's upset me just a little bit. Morning, Mark.
Morning.
So I was thinking about this whole thing, about being at Celebration and missing all this news.
Yeah,
And
it's
are
very
seeing stuff.
strange. Like, even when we watched the trailer, again, well, like we said yesterday, watching the trailer in the hall on the big screen, and it was just unbelievable. Morning, Rob.
Morning, Rob.
And I wouldn't trade that experience. And we literally got to see it on our phones with headphones on, like seconds after, because we went into the hallway. But like, you guys are seeing it at the same time. So you're, aside from the experience here, we're not getting any information fast. We're getting it
No.
like, we'll get tapped on the shoulder. Hey, did you hear what Kathleen Kennedy said? Oh, did you
can't
hear what
believe
so and so said in this panel? And because we're here and we're right in the mix, you know,
I mean,
like,
it's great. I mean, it is a trade-off. To me, I find it frustrating. But yesterday morning, for example, we stood in a queue to just get onto the floor for maybe a couple of hours.
Right.
And we had a conversation with some really lovely people, fun conversations, some great cosplay.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed myself. But that's 2 hours of blackout.
Yeah.
I've got no data on my phone here. My service provider have let me down, so I'm not getting tweets.
well, even I got a national. Of course, we're both international here, so
Yeah.
we both have to get international plans and everything else. And even here, it's in the conference center that you're
It's
like
a
in a
dead-
bunker.
It's a dead area.
Yeah.
And it just frustrates me. And I cooked up an analogy this morning. I thought, well, why not I get on the Kessel Run? I'm going to bring this analogy out. Then I forgot. But this is the analogy that I came up with. If you think of Star Wars Celebration as a tapestry, 50 foot long and 3 foot high,
Yep.
we're standing like a foot away from it.
Yeah.
And we're seeing this glorious detail of this tapestry
Yeah.
up close. We can feel the weight, the quality of the thread. We can smell it.
Yeah, it smells.
But
Yeah, the
you-
lineups.
You guys are like 50 feet back. You can see that whole tapestry.
Yeah.
You don't see the detail we're seeing, but you see everything, and we're missing so much in the peripherals. I find it really frustrating.
Yeah.
Dave, you asked a question. How did they write out Carrie? Yeah, and don't worry about missing the news. Just take it all in. Yeah, how do they write out Carrie? I think either way now, and this is what I don't want to be thinking this on the run up to these films, Dave, to be honest, that you either kill Leia in The Last Jedi,
Yeah.
or you write her out so that she's just absent. And I don't know which of those is preferable to me.
Well, again, I think what they're doing now, because Kathleen Kennedy tipped her hand, maybe they're just squash all expectations. You mean? And
Yeah.
I think something's going to happen, and maybe as weird circumstance, they actually did kill her off and intentionally do it, and then this happened. So not that's. But I'm not saying that's lucky by any chance. It just maybe it's just something.
Yeah, I think.
You know-
See, I've been at odds with this for a while now, because Bob Iger said that Carrie's performance in 8 is unchanged, which
Right.
would suggest perhaps her
Exactly.
fate was up in the air.
And if she's not 9 and it's unchanged, well,
But she was meant to be in 9, because at Celebration last year she said we're just about to start another one. So
Oh, right.
she was definitely on the slate, and now they've written her
Yeah.
out. So I'm very confused. I don't
Yeah.
want to have to be dealing with
And-
this
and
stuff,
again,
these
oh, sorry.
possibilities. No, that's
but
okay.
all day long too, we bump into people and conversation. Oh, did you see this panel? Did you see this panel? And it's basically this Facebook Live. This is 4 days for us of we're like it's almost getting punch drunk with Star Wars. I think it was Debbie or Mark.
Yeah.
I saw them on the Echo Base feed on Facebook, and I'm gonna try to get sharper pictures of the prototype Boba Fett with the rocket that pops out, and I'll try to get the certificate and everything else.
Yeah, we're going to be around. We're going to be haunting that.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll try. It's really, and again, up close. It's you can't get it. It's really, but
There was Mark's just made a comment actually that he thinks the parts they filmed will be put into episode 9, the Carrie's parts. It doesn't sound like that's the case now, mate, because Kathy was saying that there will be no Leia in 9,
Right.
no Carrie Fisher in 9.
so Rob Phillips, what?
Looks like we're done. Yeah. Dave had a comment as well, but I think I might have missed it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can go back because I'm not sure how that works. But Dave, if I failed to answer something that you just mentioned, remind me, because I've got con brain
Yeah.
burning it at both ends.
No,
aren't they? So
it's something. But and again, And again, I don't know, and everybody's been fantastic here. I don't know why everything's, I don't know why, I guess, coming in and expecting the worst, like, I know the disappointment and everything else, but from the people, and it's everything, been delighted. Nobody's let me down. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's, I was talking to a couple in line yesterday, and I mentioned Celebration Europe, because someone said she'd done 5 cons,
Yep.
5 celebrations, and I mentioned I was at Europe and how it set me up. I was overconfident when I came here. I just thought naively that I would wander in every day and get to exactly what I wanted to get to.
They do, I think, also because this is Orlando, and this is, like, I'm looking at a theme park behind us, like just over the camera, and there's one behind us too, and I think everybody's just conditioned to just waiting in line. And it's when they come to Orlando, they have this thing in their head where it's like, yeah, it's just lineups and brief seconds of joy, and then more lineups, kind of like high school and dating.
Yeah. Dave's just said, Mark, why aren't you wearing a Talk Star Wars t-shirt? I was discussing this with Rob yesterday. I've been guilty of neglecting to buy any of my own wares, unfortunately.
Yeah, I have. I can. What am I doing?
Yeah, so he's got it covered.
I'm branding, but actually, no. I wore the Commonwealth T-shirt first day, and there was a gentleman that wanted to come up and say hi, but I was in the washroom, and it would have been awkward, I guess. And I made sure to message out that just say Talk Star Wars and don't.
That's the whisper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's not code for anything. That just means I'll talk podcasting outside. And if you're in the stall and you tap your foot, I'm going to get confused. And I'll be like, well, I'm on vacation. Right? Yeah. So.
Yeah, got to represent. You're right, Dave. I should. I think I feel a little bit self-conscious of that. Because last time we went to Europe, I had these huge lanyards done up with the logo on,
right?
So that we were being seen. So when people asked what it was, I gave them cards and stuff like that. But I felt a bit self-conscious this time. I wanted to.
Rob, I love the subtle marketing.
Yeah,
yeah.
I wanted to be on the DL about Talk Star Wars, and then Stacey White blew that out of the water with her.
That was awesome. I can attest. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Robbie.
I can attest. First day here, Mark's lining up for his media passes, and I hear a screech from another line saying, "Oh my God, it's Mark from Talk Star Wars." I'm like, I look around, and it's Stacey, and it was just awesome.
Rob Phillips has just given me another T-shirt idea: TSW FTW.
Yeah.
Dave Donovan, boys, do you think we'll get an Obi-Wan announcement at the final panel? No,
nothing. No. I think again, it was the 40th panel. Once we were watching it in the convention center, not live obviously, but it just turned out to be it was exactly what a 40th anniversary conversation would be, but we were expecting so much. I would have been, if I waited here all night and then got in there and then no announcement, nothing special. Of course, being in the room with those guys would have been awesome, but not worth sleeping over.
Not worth a 20-hour queue.
And not only that, but you only got 4 days here, so it ruins that rest of the day. Like, I know the Rogue guys, they did the overnight for the Jedi panel, and they slept here, and they had to go into the screening room, a separate room, and they weren't in the live room. And can you imagine, the disappointment? Like, no. And then yesterday, their day was a write-off. We invited them out for supper, and they woke up and they missed it. Like, we'll hook up with them the day later, but it's just, what a shame. Like, you're at Celebration, you only have 4 days, and you sleep through one of them. Yeah.
Andy Devine, there's my man.
Hey.
Andy, look, his icon is a picture of us at Celebration last year. That's his avatar.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's been a thing of contradictions for me, because I've wanted to come back and work, and I've still got to do the Last Jedi trailer breakdown.
Right.
I've got to do screen grabs and break it all down and wrap my head around it. So I'm like, I want to theorise, I want to put stuff together, and I haven't had a chance to do that yet. The Kathy Kennedy piece that I put together this morning took over a lot of my focus this morning. In the Kessel Run, I mixed our comics podcast, and that's all scheduled to go out to you guys. I'm going to send that out next week. Because we've got all this stuff going out. It's just, wanting to produce content as well as wanting to soak up Celebration. It's just not possible.
Well, that's what we came back early yesterday. It was 3 in the afternoon or something like that, because it's a long day, and you see everything, you see the convention floor, and then Ash messaged me saying she's going to the Han Solo panel, and we went for dinner, and I mentioned to Mark, I said, well, let's check it out, and that was just the fan panel. Like, Harrison Ford wasn't there was no movie stuff. Don't
no, it's just guys full of shit.
But and then it's like, well, yeah, it's like I'm so tired, but it just, do you want to sit? I'm not going to be at Celebration next week, and I can sleep next week. Well, I got a newborn. I can try to sleep next week. Yeah.
Rob's very generous. Hope you're having a lovely time. Not jealous, not at all. I hope it's a wonderful time. All uppercase.
Yeah.
Clearly not bothered by it. It is good, Rob. It is exhausting, and it can be frustrating. And I think the Star Wars fans let themselves down a little bit yesterday, because there was some pretty appalling behaviour in the morning in the queues.
Yeah, we queued up for just to get into the convention center, and we got there early, thinking, oh, if there's a wristband around, but we knew from the day before, as long as you line up, the convention center's massive. You're gonna get in. They had one room that snaked in, and they had all these almost like a.
They call them chutes, don't they?
Yeah, chutes.
They call them chutes. They're like barriers, rows of barriers.
Like you're herding cattle into the.
And you, in the early parts of the morning, each chute is labelled up with the panel that it's relevant to. So you go down that chute, and if you have to queue up, you have to queue up. And at the end of it, you're given a wristband, and you go all the way around again. Like it's like snakes and ladders. You go all the way around, and then you find the next chute, and you go down, and you get another panel. So you can schedule your day based around those things. And then after a certain point in time, those chutes stop giving out wristbands, and they load the chutes up with people
going just in the convention.
Just to the convention, you've got two huge like warehouses or two huge hangars full of chutes loaded with people, and then they release one at a time so that it staggers people.
It is great, but the first room emptied. And then they got to the second hangar, and then everybody just so in, because the doors open at 10. By the time you snake in, it's like 10:30, 10:40, and then they literally crashed the gates, and everybody just, and it was just it
was appalling. They knocked all the barriers over, so the stands that the barriers on were standing up. It was trip hazards, but trip hazards hidden in a crowd of thousands of people is just ridiculous. I think they really let themselves down. And then they had the temerity to sort of complain about the Reed Pop personnel and the convention centre personnel, saying they were rude. But then we go and behave like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's quite disgusting.
Yeah, and I think today we're gonna finish this up. We're gonna grab a bite to eat. We're gonna head down. We'll get through security. We know what we're expecting. We're gonna hang around, and hopefully, again, we'll meet some delightful people in line, and talk Star Wars.
Talk Star Wars.
Talk Star Wars.
Good name, that, right?
Talk Star Wars, yeah. All right, there.
Right, these guys, you're agreeing that queuing up is a giant pair of pants, and you're right, it's awful.
And we've discussed this all weekend long, and it's not you don't want to intentionally throw money away, but when you travel like we have, obviously internationally, I'm a little closer because I'm in the same continent, but we're still, customs the whole bit, and international and foreign exchange. Any money I save from being a little closer, I probably paid for with my Canadian funds. The next time, if it is in the States, I think VIP is the way to go. When they sell those tickets, and you can only show up half an hour before the panel, and it was $700 US. Now, if you figure your 4-day passes, if you bought them all, it's almost $300 altogether. So for the extra $400 US, if you're flying here and you're staying a night and you're feeding yourself and all your Ubers and your incidentals and everything else you're paying for, and you're buying those tickets 10 months in advance because you're waiting for them to go on sale on your computer at midnight, do it. Yeah, it's just, there's no, it was just, you'll pay for it and get over it, and then by the time you get to Celebration, you'll be a rock star.
It would mean that I would then be able to take advantage of the opportunities that I was offered here, which is today would have been reserved seating in the auditorium, so I would have got the best view of everything. And
because Mark would have to. Today's the Rebels panel. You got the invite. We were at that Dave Filoni panel, and they had the reserved seating, and you see it, and it's great. And you would but the problem is we would have to show up at 4 a.m.
at least,
get in security, go through security, and then queue up for the Rebel panel's wristband just so you can get in the thing. And it's
and then someone would say, "There's your seat."
Yeah.
With a little reserved hood over the back of it.
When everybody else that's in there is ahead of you anyway. It doesn't.
It's frustrating, but like you said, we're going to wrap up now because this is supposed to form part of the daily diary. So the daily diary is going to be huge again, and I don't really want that to happen because it took me ages to get it loaded. So we're going to shoot off now. We'll probably do some stuff later on because there's going to be some Kenner vintage figure hunting going on today.
I'm done. I'm not taking money anywhere.
Of course not. But you guys have a good day.
Yes. Sorry, Luke Bestman. I got one kind of and it's brilliant condition, nice stiff arms, and original lightsaber and original gun for $40 American.
And you picked up
for $30 American. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I picked up
a Boba Fett.
I picked up a Boba Fett, not the rocket one. No, I'm not. No.
Today. He'll buy that today.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you were collecting and you had a nice fistful of money, you can come down and grab. But you have to reel yourself in.
Or if you can run really fast, you can just grab it all and leg it. Right. Yeah. We're going to go. Rob Phillips trying to get Ian McDiarmid to do meme quotes, etc.
Yeah.
Have a brilliant day. If you find a Luke X-Wing special, let me know. I think the Luke X-Wing special's done. But there is a competition you can enter to win one.
Yeah, you should tell them before we go.
Get me a Bosk. There were plenty of Bosks.
There was. Bosk there's lots.
Yeah, we'll have a look. Okay, right, we're going to go. Yes, Rob saying that he's taking public transport in London, so he knows what it's like queuing.
Yeah.
All right, guys, have a good day, and we'll catch up with you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Let's talk about Loot Crate. Are you on a quest for epic gear, housewares, and collectibles? Loot Crate offers an epic range of pop culture items for less than $20 per month. Whether you're shopping for the geek in your life or you are that geek, Loot Crate is the best surprise you know is coming. Every month there's a different theme and new and exclusive items that you can only get with Loot Crate. Treat yourself every month or give the gift of geeking out to a friend or a loved one. You have until the 19th at 9 PM Pacific to subscribe and receive that month's crate, and when the cut-off happens, that's it, it's over. Make sure to head to lootcrate.com/talkstarwars and enter the code TalkStarWars and save $3 off your new subscription today.